Hello, beautiful people. Today I am backpacking the Obsidian Trail. I've kind of been on an Obsidian kick lately, so this seemed like the perfect opportunity to fulfill my dream of backpacking in the Sisters Wilderness. And I happened to pick up a permit online that was available last minute, so I'm super excited and hopefully I can find some really cool stuff to show everyone. My goal is to hike up to Arrowhead Lake today and then spend the night there and then hop on to the Pacific Crest Trail and then come back on the Scott Trail. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you for joining me. Overnight permits and hiking permits are both required on this trail. And don't think you can slip by without one, because they do have a roving ranger who will kindly ask to see your papers. Luckily for me, fireweed is edible, so I will take full advantage of that along my hike. These little birds that keep following me along the trail are gray jays, also known as camp robbers. And let me tell you, they are aptly named because if you turn your back for a minute, they will snatch your food right out of your campsite. You all thought that you could get out of this trip without a history lesson, but nope. I chose this route because it is filled with historical significance. These are the Obsidian Cliffs, and the view isn't the greatest today because there's been a lot of wildfire smoke lately. Indigenous people gathered obsidian from this area for millennia, from approximately 4,000 years ago up until 1,000 years ago. Groups came out to this area specifically for the purpose of quarrying obsidian. The obsidian was knapped into large blanks or cores to make it more portable and lightweight. The blanks were transported and distributed through a vast network that spanned all the way up into Washington and British Columbia. Obsidian was an important trade commodity as it was widely used to make tools, knives, lances, and arrowheads. Knapped obsidian can hold an edge of 1 molecule thick, and it doesn't rust. It is so sharp it has even been used in modern times for surgeries. Obsidian was also made into ritual objects and jewelry. This is the gorgeous Sister Spring, and it's a great place to fill up your water. It's absolutely incredible. The spring just bubbles up from the mountain, from underground. The trail up to Arrowhead Lake is not clearly marked, so you'll just have to trust that you're following the right goat trail. It kind of wraps behind and then up. Some people use Arrowhead Lake as a base camp to summit North Sister, but that's kind of for people with more enthusiasm for pain. Hallelujah. I made it to Arrowhead Lake, and you can see it's roughly shaped like an arrowhead. And I definitely made it in perfect time because you hear that thunder up there? The storm clouds are rolling in. So I'm going to get my tent set up before it starts raining on me. Got some ominous clouds. My friend Lindsay, thank you Lindsay, gave me this awesome trekking pole tent, but it's the first time I've set it up And it's not the shapest of ships. So since it started raining, I'm just going to go ahead and put everything inside. Go in and then tighten it up and here in a bit. It's actually super cozy inside of here. You all know how gourmet my cooking is here. Got some more Mountain House meals for dinner tonight. And an incredible view of the sisters. Then something magical happened. The storm broke. Seriously, that must have been one really ambitious person. I can't really make out what it says. Maybe no glampers allowed. These little yellow-bellied marmots were crawling all over Sawyer's bar. In fact, I think one of them might even be named Sawyer. I wouldn't have believed it unless I had experienced it myself, but yes, this is the trail up. And you barely can even tell that it's a trail. It looks more like a volcano. Was the last place to fill up with water, and it's a great place to meet people traveling the Pacific Crest Trail. They all have amazing stories and exotic names. Right near the base of that cinder slope is where the Pacific Crest Trail intersects with the Scots Trail. And this is how the Scots Trail got its name. It was all downhill from there. The last half mile of my journey turned my relationship with the Forest Service from frenemy to outright enemy. My sore, tired feet were ecstatic at the thought of an easy last leg from the Scots Trail back to the Obsidian trailhead, when to my horror, I discovered they had closed off the trail for restoration. I'm pretty sure it had something to do with the cute little frogs hopping around everywhere. How dare they? How are humans supposed to appreciate and love nature when you people keep restricting access more and more? I had two options. I could bushwhack slightly north of their precious restoration area, or hike down even further along the highway, which has narrow pavement and no shoulders. It was a difficult choice. Needless to say, there is no footage of this final stretch, so it will have to remain a mystery.